Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I finally did it. I got off my lazy ass. I'm sick of Scarlet Sprites heckling me about my Smash TV. So I decided to get the control panel prepared to see if I can get this thing at least up and running and playing the game. Now, I will be first to admit I have not finished the artwork on the side. The artwork is still in the same situation. It's almost done, but it needs a little cleanup. So right now you get to watch me wire this control panel, and this is probably 45 minutes, but I used the time warp feature of my GoPro, so it seems like it took me a minute, but it really didn't. It took me a lot longer. And as a matter of fact, even as you're sitting here, a minute seems like a long time, doesn't it? It does, but I assure you, I actually got this right the first time. The thing is, did it actually work? I wired it up and I'm like, did it work? Because the original Yamaha was a piece of crap. It was totally destroyed. So does it work? I don't know. But I'm very excited, as you can see. But we're going to go into the garage right now and we're going to see, does this work? Did I do it? First shot. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go in there and see, will the Smash TV power up?
Okay, this is somewhat a moment of truth. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I got a wild hair up my ass today and I'm like, I'm gonna try to at least get the Smash TV up and running. So it had this whack power supply in it, and I pulled that out. That's the 60-in-1 right there. And if you look, okay, this is very rudimentary, but I rewired the board completely brand new. So the board should be good. That's the sound board. That's the new power supply. Everything's just hanging out right now. And then the monitor, so you can see the RGB for the monitors right there. And I ran it down and just kind of just spliced it in right here to the new harness. So this is pretty, it took me like an hour. Oh shoot, is there a crack in the freaking flyback on this thing? Oh, come on.
Okay, so what you didn't see on camera is I did go upstairs and I decided to replace the flyback. Now, I didn't do the cap kit even though I have it. Now, best practices, you should do the cap kit, but I decided not to. I just wanted to see if maybe I could get away. And, you know, it's a little bit of a, you know, I probably shouldn't have done this, but I just figured, hey, look, if I can get the game up and running for now, we'll see. I'll roll the dice. But you can see the flyback is cracked right there. So we'll see. Does the flyback replacement, is that enough to fix it, or should I go ahead and do a complete cap kit?
Okay, I spent most of the day troubleshooting this thing. I finished the control panel, but I'm not happy with it, okay? But this is going in my collection, so I'm gonna have to deal with it. If you can see what the problem is, then put it in the comments. I'm gonna fire it up. I had to replace the flyback on the monitor. I haven't put the bezel or anything on yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. And again, this is going in my collection, so we're gonna turn it on. And I'll show you how the monitor looks. The marquee light looks good, and the monitor surprisingly looks good now. I should have done the cap kit. I was lazy. I didn't want to do the full cap kit because it takes freaking forever, and I just recapped 2 other chassis, so I'm just gonna roll with it. But yeah, it looks pretty good. You're gonna see a rolling on the refresh because my monitor, or my phone's, the frequency of on my phone. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Bright and tight all day and all night.
Okay, if you haven't seen the first video, this thing was a mess when I got it, and it still has a lot of work to be done. But when I picked it up from David, he's like, yeah, I got a Smash TV, kind of messing with me, and I'm all, dude, what is this? And it's a 60-in-1, and it was a mess. The screen was vertical, obviously, for the 60-in-1, so I had to figure out, well, how am I going to turn this screen from vertical to horizontal? And unfortunately, the original mount system had been completely destroyed, so I had to go and create a mount system, which was really just 2 boards on the top and the bottom, so it wasn't a huge deal. Okay, so then I could finally get the monitor mounted in the right horizontal orientation. But let's not forget, the side of the cabinets were completely painted black, so I used to use some citrus strip to get that off, and honestly, it doesn't look half bad at this point, but I still have to clean it up. It's still not perfect.
So you're probably wondering what's left to do on the Smash TV. Well, I kind of rushed through things because honestly, I just wanted to make sure that the PCB worked, that the monitor was good. So like the bones of it now are good. It's in the right screen orientation. I mean, it actually looks like a Smash TV right now. Now the things I'm not happy about is the control panel. I got a reproduction control panel. There used to be someone that made them on Clav. I got it off of eBay, and honestly, it has the 2 start buttons for player 1 and player 2 are shifted. So the graphics fit great, but the holes were actually not correct. So I'm just gonna have to live with it. It's gonna be in my collection. The other thing too is it is routed underneath for the Wiko joysticks, but for some reason they drilled holes through the top. So I have to have carriage bolts going down from the top down. And I don't really like the way that looks. But again, it's going in my collection. I'm the one that has to deal with it. It's not the way I want it. It's not perfect, but I'm just gonna have to deal with that. So what other things do I have to do? I have to do the T-molding. I'm gonna rip off all the old T-molding. It's really rotted out and crappy. I need to take everything out of the cabinet, at least on the bottom floor, and kind of clean it up, make sure it looks really nice. Outside of that, I actually don't think there's really that much else. So this cabinet went from the crappiest 60-in-1 weird Franken cab to now a Smash TV. So I'm really excited about that because who doesn't love Smash TV? All right, so let's just play it for a second and then we'll wrap things up. All right, here we go. Big money, big prizes. Let's do this. This game obviously is a progression of twin stick shooter games. You know, obviously Robotron 2084 being the first one, but game's pretty gruesome as far as the graphics of its day, you know. If you fall in the mines, your eyeballs splat out of your face, you know, it's definitely just, it's definitely one of my favorite games of this time period, that's for sure. And I'm looking forward to putting Total Carnage on here as well. And it's funny, if you look on the top left, you know, where your score is, you can kind of see what kind of prizes you're getting. It's things like a toaster. Like right now it says I got a brand new toaster, which is awesome. And why wouldn't you want to fight to the death to get a toaster? I mean, right? Toasters are hard to come by. There's tons of power-ups. The bosses are really crazy. It's just a freaking awesome game. But anyways, I'm excited that it's playing correctly. The joysticks feel good, but like I said, I'm not as happy as I want to be about the control panel, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Thanks so much for joining, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, put your comments below. I want to hear from you, and that's it for now. I will see you on the next one.